5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. It's Friday evening. We've been looking forward to this. It's Victor Alpha 3 India Mike Whiskey with you. And we're going to monitor the VE3 ZOE repeater for the Friday Night Ragchew here on 443.075. And our net controller tonight should be Larry VE3LBI. Please stand by for 8 o'clock to roll around on the big clock on the wall.
Good evening all, and welcome to the Friday Night ZOE Ragchew on 443.075. Has a plus offset and no tone is required. My call sign is Victor Echo 3, Lima Bravo, India. My first name is Larry, and I'm located on the East Hamilton Mountain. It's an open net. To join the conversation, please give us your call sign and your name. Tell us about yourself, your equipment, or whatever you'd like to add to the conversation. Before we start, I'd like to thank Terry VE3IQL for the use of that repeater. And please remember, we have a repeater at good coverage in Ontario, so no religion, politics, or foul language. Last but not least, please let the repeater drop in between our conversations so other people can get in. Can I get check-ins for Friday night ZOE Ragchew? Come on in, VE3LBI. All right, I'll start it off, VA3CP.
VA3CJZ. VE3, every kind of junk.
Victor Echo 3 India Uniform Kilowatt.
Victor Alpha 3 India Mike Whiskey, a special kind of junk.
I don't think I missed anybody there. I got CP, CJZ, EKJ, IUK, and IMW. I don't think I missed anybody. If there is, come on in, VE3LBI. Okay, nobody missed. Mac, thanks for live streaming this. If you're interested for YouTube, look up VA3IMW, look for the live button, and please like and subscribe for them too. Anyways, end of February, guys, 27th. Tomorrow is the 28th. We're working to March, I guess, on Sunday there. And apparently we got some cold temperatures coming back, but today was just gorgeous. So without that, I haven't really got too much to add tonight. Oh, we actually got Noel checking in here too. VE3KDT on the YouTube. Hello, Noel. I haven't talked to you for a while. Hope everything's good. We're bringing Dave, VA3CP, VE3LBI. Come on in, Dave.
Larry, VA3LBI, VA3CP. Good evening, everybody. I don't have much to say either. There's some guy in here that's got a 2x4 coastline. I'm just making a joke.
Why is that, Dave? What's going on?
Well, you got VE3 Echo Kilo Oscar Juliet or something.
I'm not sure that call sign. Who's that?
Okay, you'll figure it out later. Okay. Somebody will get it. VA3CP. Carry on.
I got the humor.
All right. What else we got in here? Chuck. All right. VA3CJZ, VE3LBI. Come on in.
Hey, good evening, Larry, and all on net. Boy, what a busy day today. We were patiently waiting for the Bell install guy to show up, and he came in the afternoon and hooked everything up except for the power cable and said, scan this thing and install it yourself. Otherwise, I do it. It costs you an extra $150. So we said, all right, we'll do it ourselves. I've done it before. We scan it, and then my wife's app starts freaking out. So no go there. So we call up the service technician to help us through. So, okay, boom, we got internet. Right on, very good. Cell phone works. And then we go to hook up the TV. Turns out we got a faulty TV receiver. And so the earliest we can get one is Monday, maybe. And yeah, a lot of fun, Larry.
Yeah, that's not very good service. You connect it yourself. So what the guy do? Just drop the stuff off to you?
Yeah, first he went out to the box, checked the line, make sure we had a good signal coming in. And then he came in, unboxed the modem, hooked up the cables except for the power cable. He said, don't do that until you follow the instructions. And then he just said, scan this QR code and you're on your own. Or I can do it for 150. And both Renata and I looked at each other. And I looked at him and I laughed actually. And he says, yeah, I know. Anyways, it's, what he's got to do. And it turns out, well, thankfully we have internet. So we have that much. But we can't watch any TV.
I don't sound like very good service at all. I think I'd be wanting a little bit. Well, I don't know if you're getting kickbacks or anything because of what you got for a problem. So that's that's not very good service. I don't know. I haven't dealt with Bell for a long time. I did have them one time, but there wasn't any $150 charge. I guess it must be one of these new policies they have.
I don't know, but we got the high gigabyte speed there, and I'm not sure exactly what it is, but my wife changed the account into her name, so she got actually a cheaper package by doing that from what we were paying before under my name. So anyways, yeah, brand new in the box. The guy set it all up, and he says, if I install it, they'll know it was me, and I'll get in trouble, whatever. So, but you would think that the guy would stick around to make sure all the equipment turns on, right? I don't know. But, yeah, my wife was not impressed. She was been stressed out all day, and she's not a tech-savvy person. So I had to kind of, try and keep her calm, because she ended up having to go for a walk to Timmy's. She was so frustrated.
That's crazy, Chuck. I don't know. Did you have to go for your CT scan?
Yes, actually, I went last night at 9:30 p.m. Took about 10 minutes, and man, what a racket. The guy hands me these ear protection thing, the little yellow foam things there, and I knew right away, oh yeah, that's right, this thing makes a racket. But, there was hardly anybody there at night, and it was nice and quiet, and got it done, and yeah, I kind of prefer it at night.
Yep, I've had to go through, and you're right to make a racket. The unfortunate part, last one I went through, after I got done, the guy says you can take out the earplugs. I said, he didn't give me any.
I remember they used to give you like headphones, and they would pipe in whatever radio station you wanted. So I'm not sure if that was the General or somewhere else, but I kind of like that. Otherwise, you just got to listen to that pounding.
I know what you're saying, yeah. Anyway, so I guess you got to wait for your results now from the actual CT scan, so that'll probably have to come through the doctor.
Yeah, actually, my back surgeon was the one who called for it and ordered it, but he retired. So that was the last thing he did for me, was order an MRI. And now I got to meet the new surgeon, and they told me it'll take about 2 weeks before he gets it. And from there, I'm going to wait for my next appointment, and he's going to do what he's got to do to my back.
What, did you have, an MRI or a CT scan?
MRI.
Oh, yeah. I thought those, yeah, they had one for me before, and she says, well, we haven't got the other machine working. You'll have to go all the way. And I says, not happening. No, that's not happening. Oh, well, see if we can clear one up then for you. I says, yeah, you're not sticking my head in nothing.
I call it the torpedo tube, like in a submarine, because I went in all the way. I was in all the way, and it's a good thing I've got lots of experience with those things, and I kept calm, no problem. But the lady ahead of me, she had to get an IV with some sedation in order to handle it.
Yeah, no, I don't handle stuff well in closed areas. I had an incident that really put me off. So from that day on, I don't really like to be in tight enclosures.
Oh yeah, I know. The guy kept asking me as the machine was, sucking me in, and you all right? You all right? I was, oh yeah, I'm fine. And he hands me a little thing on a rubber hose there, and he says, if there's any problems, just squeeze this and we'll stop it. I'm like, yeah, okay, let's just get this done.
Yeah, very good. Okay. All right. Anything else before I pass her down?
Yeah, no time for radio work today. And also, now that I've got internet, I have to reinstall all my wireless devices, like my Amazon Echo and things of that nature. So, got a bit to keep me going. Thanks for doing this one, Larry. I'll be listening. VA3CJZ.
Yep. Okay. Very good. Thanks, Chuck. I guess you'll have to reset all the IPs and stuff. So, because you probably changed everything. All right. Before I pick up Bill here, anybody else checking into the Friday night ZOE Ragchew? Come on in. VE3LBI.
The VA3BT.
VA3NCA.
All right, let's bring in our first Bill, VE3AKJ, VE3LBI. Come on in, Bill.
Okay, good evening, Larry. VA3LBI, VE3EKJ returning. Well, I always smile when I hear people talk about problems with Bell and the other telecoms, the Kojikos and the Rogers and such. I've never heard anybody say that they've had good experiences with those people. Everybody's always got horror stories to share. And from what I've followed in the news over the years, they have just been hemorrhaging customers. And they've got things structured differently, too. That serviceman that came, and told you to set it up yourself, they're usually not Bell employees. They're a subcontractor. Bell seems to be shedding their own guys, and I think they're looking to eventually become just the carrier, and they turn it over to other people to be the main actual internet provider. I think that's what's going on, but at any rate, being a senior on a very low fixed income, I finally got fed up. I went with an independent. I'll give them a plug. They're called Tech Savvy. And the short and the long of it is I'm saving about $200 a month. And the way they do it, of course, is they needed a cable company. I used to be with Bell 5, but they needed a cable feed into my house to give me the same gigabyte speed. And so they had Kojiko guy get their subcontractor, ran a drop-in, and then I got a box in the mail of the Wi-Fi modem and a little box that looks after giving me a VoIP telephone connection. And it wasn't hard to follow, and I hooked it all up. And for TV, I don't take their TV. I just use an Android box. And those things are great. They're gray market. They're not 100% legal, but they're not really illegal either. And their menu is a little clunky, and once in a while things, have a little glitch or two. But by and large, it works pretty good, and with the savings, I can't complain.
No, I hear what you're saying, Bill. We've got Rogers here. I can't lie. You know what? I don't know about. Well, actually, Dave worked for the VA3CP. He worked for a cable company, and I don't know whether any of them anymore today are actually any better than the others. I mean, I laugh. I sometimes get on the internet here, and I'll be looking at something on Facebook, and I'll see where Enbridge Gas there. Read your own meter, and you could win $500 a month. I usually type in there. First of all, I put a real frown on it, and I say, "Great idea. Take a job away from somebody." I don't think so. So, in subcontracting, by doing that, they don't get any pensions. They don't have to worry about any medical or anybody getting hurt, work for compensation. It all has to be done through the subcontractor. So, they're saving quite a bit of money doing it that way, Bill.
Yeah, and it seems they'll do anything but lower their rates. Because that's where it's all stemming from. For years, they had a lock on what we, being our server for internet and telephones and TV for a long time, a couple of decades or more. But now the technology had gone to the point that, people like me pick up Android boxes. The government said they have to, work with independent guys. The world changed, and it wasn't long before they became the most expensive way to go about it. And then, they had a choice to make, and they could have lowered their rates to be competitive, but it seems that's the last thing they want to do. And so people look for alternatives, and they've got them, and they're saving a lot of money. Meanwhile, what Bell Telephone had done with me is that when I phoned in and told them that, to cut me off at the end of the month, I wouldn't be using them anymore. It was only a day or two later before I get this sounds like a nice old mother's lady, phones me up and is begging me to stay. Customer retention department, she called it. And why do I want to leave? And I says, well, $100 a month? Yes, but, we give all these great programs. And I says, well, I could get them on the people I'm going to. And I says, but most of the time, I says, your service works well. It's just that the content sucks. It just doesn't fit my taste. I'm still back dreaming of Lonnie Anderson on WKRP, Larry.
Yeah, that's very true, Bill. All right. I don't have anything else to add to that. Like I say, I'm just surprised. Actually, I guess they are starting to cross over now into different territories. Your Cogeco and your Rogers. I don't know about that part, but I know that we got Rogers in the neighborhood. We also have Bell in the neighborhood, so I'm not sure how that's working because they used to always have their own little proprietary areas that they looked after, and they couldn't work outside of it. You couldn't get anything outside of that other than what they had. So, all right, Bill. Anything else before I pass it down?
Nope. Let's hear from somebody else.
Okay, thank you. Who's up next? VE3LBI. How you doing, Bill? VE3LBI. How was actually the airwaves today? I got a little bit on there this afternoon. It was kind of a weird, odd day.
Yeah, it was a bit rough today. I don't think conditions were as good as they were even yesterday. A lot of places that I can normally work, I was having a rough time hearing. Still managed 21 QSOs, but nothing, 21 new parts, but nothing really significant. All, local states and stuff like that. So hopefully the band conditions improve. But yeah, a lot of noisy bands today, a lot of QSB on signal. So I would put it this way, it was okay. all the big three in this country, they're all greedy as heck, and they're in bed with each other anyways to stop any other competition and try to thwart it the best they can. But I will say this, that from a lot of people I've talked to about telecommunications service providers, Bell seems to be the greediest of all of them. And what Chuck ran into, there is no need for that, because these telecommunication companies have been making money hand over fist off of the customer base, and look what all they've acquired by doing that. So no need for what Chuck had to go through at all. Anyways, I won't get started. Back to you, Larry.
You're a little noisy tonight. No, I hear what you're saying. Yeah, I just, like I say, I had one dealing with Rogers previous to what we have in here now, where the modem was bad. And I called the guy up. I put him on tech support. Of course, I get the guy asking me all these questions. And look, let me just talk to a technical guy, would you please? I've been in the computer industry for quite a while, and I had run a couple of tests on it, and the thing would drop down to like just almost a nothing, right? The guy says, really? I says, yeah. I says, will you run your test and tell me what you think? He goes, yep, you're right. He says, we'll have to ship you out a new one. He says, there was something damaged in the unit. So, but that was just on the access point itself. But no, I think they can say they're high priced. There is no competition between them. Oh yeah, Bell was going to come in and give us a deal. The $99 deal, right, for high-speed internet and TV. What TV? Well, you get 5 channels. Oh, well, wait a minute. We want these other ones. Oh, well, then by the time you're done, it's going to be $236. Well, we didn't make any savings here, buddy. What's going on?
Well, yep, you're right. You're right. And they try to make it look good at first, but the grass isn't greener on the other side at all. By the time you're done, it's hard to find deals. I will say that Bill probably has a good choice with MW there, but it is the big three just trying to control everything. Anyway, nope, that's it for now, Larry. Back to you.
I guess my only advantage is here that we actually have fiber right at the back of the house, and if we did go fiber from Bell, it's directly connected. We have no actual wire connection. It would be an actual fiber connection right to the house, so that would be an advantage. Although we're not ready to change. I don't watch a lot of TV, so the wife does more than I do, and it's mostly in the evenings. But we'll probably just stay with what we got right now, Bill. All right, thanks for coming in. Mac, VA3IMW, VE3LBI. Come on in, Mac.
Well, good evening, Larry, and all on net. And yeah, Dave, I got the humor. Every kind of junk. Yeah, that's too many characters for your call sign. So yeah, I've got the little yuck in the back of my mind. Anyways, talking about cable companies is probably not something you should bring up with me, because I could rant for hours, and I could time out the repeater and then have it time out the entire the spectrum. So I'm not going to go there. They're all pirates, and the only way to do the right thing is to pull the plug, cut the cord, whatever you want to call it. Anyways, definitely a beautiful day today. I got to tell you, I'm really excited because I'm now able to drive to work and back home again in daylight. And that indicates to me that we're looking towards the springtime. And Mother Nature was cruel enough to give us, what was it, +7 degrees this afternoon? My goodness, it was gorgeous. Drove home with the window open, breathing the fresh air. I had the heat on, but the fresh air was a nice touch. The weekend is kind of a last hurrah. A little chilly over through Saturday and Sunday, but by next weekend, double digit temperatures. Looking forward to that as well. Managed to work some West Coast stations in the limited time that I had between getting home and starting up with the net, both on sideband and CW. So everything's working good over here so far. Looking forward to an opportunity to actually pull down the 40-meter wire that I've got up there. I'm kind of wondering if the Mother Nature has been tugging at it and stretched it. Is the resonance point seems to have shifted a little bit. So I guess my tuner has had to work a little bit harder, but nonetheless, I haven't seen any degradation in outgoing or incoming signal reports. So that being as it may, we'll have to see what happens when the weather gets a little bit warmer. And like I say, looking forward to those double-digit temperatures next weekend. For now, that's all I've got. I'll turn it back to you, Larry. Thanks.
Yep, very good. Yeah, breathing is very important, whether you're fresh air or not. But actually, it was a strange day today. There was, I don't know what time it was, around 3:30 or so, 3:30. The airwaves just went quiet. I'm looking at my radio and I'm going, my antenna's connected, but the airwaves were just, all of a sudden, there was no, like hardly any noise, and it just went completely quiet. And couldn't hardly hear anybody. I don't know what was going on. I don't think there was any storms or anything. It was just kind of a strange afternoon.
I think Dave's experience about being at a park, ready to set up and start calling CQ and finding out everything was quiet, and he flipped open his phone and found out there was a solar storm and a blackout that was shrouding the entire area. But I have not had a chance to look up to see if we had any flares or anything of that nature that would have caused temporary blackouts. But just normal QSB, things are going up and down. And sometimes certain vehicles they emit some stuff that kind of sucks the life out of signals. So I guess you have to concern yourself about those things as well. I don't know that electric vehicles have to go through any testing in order to validate whether they cause QRM on the bands, because they're using fairly significant electrical coils, which have an opportunity to generate their own radiated fields. But I'm sure that the big companies that are selling these off to the guinea pigs that are buying electric vehicles, they haven't thought of that. Anyways, my sincerest greetings to Albert, who sounds like a very, very weary ham check-in. I haven't heard him sound that far down the abyss, but trust he's going to get some good rest this weekend. And I'll throw it back to you, Larry, and a big smile on my face.
Okay, thanks, Mac. All right, before I pick up, anybody else want to check into the Friday night ZOE Ragchew? My call sign, Victor Echo 3, Lima, Bravo, India. Come on in.
VA3IMW.
Okay, got you, Steve. Thanks. I'll reach in the luck here. VA3BT, VE3LBI. Come on in, Al. How's your week been?
Hey, good evening, Larry, and everybody on frequency. It's good. It's busy. In the last 2 days, I, decided to get this cold that I can't shake off now. So, yeah, that's what I got to look forward to the weekend, getting sick. But anyways, it is what it is. Actually, the weather was, like you guys were saying, the weather was nice out here. It was just as nice up in Barrie today. I don't think it's ever been that nice all week. But, yeah, it's just been busy, putting in long days, long hours, and looking forward for Friday coming home. And that, not a whole lot on my end, no radio. So no radio set up there, so no radio. Just a little bit of radio on the weekend. So we'll hand it back over to you. VA3VT.
Yeah, you probably get yourself worn down with all the extra hours and everything. That's probably why you got the cold, Al.
Well, believe it or not, it's spreading. It's the whole job site. Everyone's getting sick. It is the season, I guess, but what are you going to do? But you're probably right.
Like I say, not your normal routine and everything at home and all the rest of it. And normal bed to sleep in. Doesn't matter working the extra hours, and that's probably going to wear you down a bit and lower your immune system. Next thing you know, you end up with a cold.
Yep. Just got to shake it off now, and hopefully get better next week.
Yeah, absolutely. So next weekend, as Max said, yes, we're supposed to get into possibly some double-digit temperatures, which will be nice. We do have a cold front coming through tomorrow afternoon, as a matter of fact, into Sunday. So not like we had, but a bit of a cold front coming through. So anyways, I'm waiting for it to get a little bit better myself outside. Not quite time to cut the grass, but I wouldn't mind seeing some of this snow melt away.
Well, you guys can take some of the snow up in Barrie. It's still lingering around. I wish it would all go away. But we are, it looks like there's some snow expected on Tuesday or Wednesday. They're calling for about 10 to 15 centimeters. And you know it's coming. You get that snowfall in March and possibly into April.
Yeah, I know, very true. So I take it the job site's coming along pretty good. You get the roof finished and the floors poured, or how you making out with that portion?
Well, the roof's about, I want to say about 90% complete. Whatever's left is just flashings and stuff, but that doesn't affect me for doing anything else inside. So floors are all poured, that's all done. We're just getting ready to, got racking coming in March 19, so got everybody running around with their heads cut off so they can get out of those areas, because when them, I call them the crackhead rack guys, because they're on crack. When they come in, they're like gangbusters. They just throw stuff around.
Including the racking, right?
Oh yeah, I'm telling you, it depends on the crew you get, but some of them are just whack jobs. They come in and just start destroying things. And when you mention to the trades that the racking guys are coming, they're like, oh God.
Time to get done and get out and go home.
Oh yeah. Yeah, they just love to take up real estate when those guys come in.
Okay, very good. Al, anything else?
No, we'll be sitting here listening along, VA3VT.
All right, very good. Can look after that call. VA3NCA, VE3LBI, come on in, Wade. How's your week been?
VE3LBI, VA3NCA. It's been pretty good, Larry. It sounds like the repeater might have cleared up a bit. It was pretty staticky there on the first few calls there, but it's been pretty good, touch wood, for a little while. Thank God it is Friday though, and that we're off now for a bit of time, so for the weekend, anyways. I just realized today, or just came across my feed, anyways, that we have a lunar eclipse coming up on Tuesday morning. So apparently it's a total lunar eclipse, but apparently that also means that you'll still be able to see it, which I guess is the way lunar eclipses go. It will be red. The moon will be very red, apparently, starting around 3:45 in the morning on Tuesday, our time, local time. It'll last a couple hours. I'm probably not going to see it at that time. I might pick it up when I first get up if I remember to actually go look outside, but and assuming it's not cloudy. But anyways, apparently this is the last full lunar eclipse that we'll be able to see until 2028. So I guess it's an event of some note. Other than that, the only radio this week I did manage to do was I picked up John. John was going gangbusters there the last couple days, and this is YOA. And he happened to be just up the road from me at that Death Valley Conservation Area. And so I was able to chase him on all the bands he worked. So that was good. I don't usually pick him up very well. In fact, I picked him up so strongly on 20 meters that I had to turn my power down not to overload the front end. I called him the first couple times. He didn't pick me up. And then he finally said, somebody is transmitting and I can't make out anything because they're just blowing away my front end. And so I came back to him with my power turned down, and we were able to do the Q-cell, but that's how close we were, I suppose. Anyways, it was good time, and yeah, I'll be listening to pick him up again sometime. Back to you there, Larry. Thanks, VA3NCA.
Yep, okay, Wade. Yeah, I actually picked up John today, VE3YOA today. He was at 50 Conservation Area. and then he stopped at Devil's Punch Bowl. So I actually worked him in both places. On 20 meters, I was just on 20, so I worked him there, and he was doing good. He likes to. He seems he likes to sit there for a bit. He'll make a few contacts. If things go a little bit sour on him, he goes and does a little hunting. And when he gets done, he goes back and respawns himself and gets a few more. So he never seems to be in a rush. He just takes his time and really enjoys it.
Yeah, he does really well out there. I did see him pop up in the spots today at 50 Point and Devil's Punch Bowl, and I did tune in to listen, but back to our usual, my usual inability to pick him up for some reason. This must be where I am in the valley here. So yeah, he does well, and sounds like he's having a lot of fun doing it. So yeah, good for him.
Yep, at least he's enjoying it, so he gets all over the place. Last few places he's been at, I haven't been able to hear him at all. He's been too close. But being at the Devil's Punch Bowl in the 50 Point there, he's not too close, he's close enough, let's put it that way. I was able to pick him up, so it was good.
Yeah, I always try and listen in for him when I can. Yeah, he's out there quite often, so sounds like he's having a good time. Other than that, let's see, what else is going on? I'm not sure. Yeah, don't know. We got a couple of shout outs on a YouTube stream that our friend there in Burlington, Tracy, does. And Vince, VE3LBI, was their guest, and he used to live here in Hamilton, so we got a few shout outs there, and that was nice to see. But yeah, other than that, not much else going on. I'm hoping to get a bit of better weather and maybe find some time to go out to a park. Haven't been out in a while.
Sounds good, Wade. All right, anything else before I pass it down?
No, let's pass down, see who else is around. We got a good group so far. And so, yeah, I'll be here for the duration.
All right, very good. Steve, VA3 VE3LBI. How you doing, Steve? How's the family doing?
LBI. Had the curtain over my eyes there for a second. We're doing all right. First day back to work in almost 2 weeks. Was okay, I suppose. Family. Yeah, my sister is. She was in surgery, or she is in surgery today. So she'll be recovering tomorrow, and yeah, my mom's just about finished her rehab there at Juravinsky, so fingers crossed she'll be coming home soon, and everything at the house is ready to go. So whenever she's ready, everything will be or is set up for her. That's about it there, Larry. As far as that goes, and yeah, we're just looking forward to the spring weather. So we can get out there and do some more activating this year. Back to you there, Larry. VE3LBI, VA3IMW.
Okay, Steve, I take it you got your mom's floor all finished and the trim put up for her?
Yeah, everything's all trimmed out and vacuumed up, and I fixed the chair, and the furniture and tables, everything's back to the way it was the day before she left. And I did the dump run yesterday. Yeah, I did the dump run yesterday. And what else? All my tools are out. still got my compressor in the car, but that's about it. Yeah, that's about it. We're pretty much ready to go, Larry.
Well, hopefully everything turns out. I didn't realize your sister was going in for surgery. I hope that turns out okay for her.
Yeah, she suffered a stroke last Saturday. Yeah, last Saturday. So, yeah, it's been fun.
Like they say, when it rains, it pours. So, all right. Well, hope she turns out everything with that. So, and I hope your mom gets home soon. You can get over to see her. You don't have to keep an eye on her now.
Yeah, but they still don't want her. They want her to ring the bell when she needs to use the bathroom. So for some reason they don't want her, even though she's using a walker, and it's the one with wheels, right? So I mean, she says she doesn't know why, because she feels like her strength is back. She feels very, very able to do for herself, which is comforting to hear for me, coming from my mom. So yeah, there must be some reason. They're still taking her blood pressure regularly. If anything, it might be a little on the low side. What was it? 105 or 112? No, couldn't have been. Anyway, it's a little bit on the low side. That's what they've said. So better to have lower blood pressure than higher blood pressure. So, but I'm sure there are disadvantages to having low blood pressure also.
Yeah, I'm sure there is too. But you're probably right. Probably the lower blood pressure is better than high blood pressure. I have high blood pressure and take pills for it to keep it down. So, but it doesn't seem to bother me. As far as I can tell, I take the pills like I'm supposed to. That's all there is to it.
Yeah, roger that. Yep. You just got to remember, get on a routine and do as we're supposed to do, and accept the recommendation, because they're likely to save our lives. So yeah, that's how that's working out. My next day off is Monday and Tuesday. So like I was saying to my wife there earlier today, it wasn't much of a holiday for me, even though it was a nice run of 12 days in a row off. I would love that every 3 months. That would be perfect. But yeah, so I still got 88 hours left from the previous year to use, so I could easily book another one next month if I wanted to. But let's see, it's into April. So yeah, I don't know. I might take something in May, or we'll see there, Larry.
Yep, sounds good, Steve. Okay, anything else?
No, sir. That's it for me there, Larry. Thanks for doing it there. And I think you do a 7-3 around here. We'll be around for it anyways. VA3IMW.
Yep, okay, thanks, Steve. All right. Any other check-ins for Friday night? ZOE Ragchew. My call sign Victor Echo 3, Lima, Bravo, India. Come on in.
Victor Echo 3, Golf Bravo, Delta.
Victor Echo 3, Sierra Mike, November.
I think we got George in there. How you doing, George? VE3JBD, VE3LBI.
Yeah, doing good. Actually, got home from my son's here. I was actually talking to Bill on my way home from my son's this afternoon, and I was in the truck. Now I'm on a handheld in the garage. I'm on my Mopang.
Okay. All right. So I take it you're at home then?
Yeah, I'm in my garage. I actually found my bow fang. You know, the one you set up for me? I got that set up in the garage right now on my antenna outside.
Okay, very good. So everything's good with you? You feeling good and everything?
Yeah, I'm feeling good tonight for sure. Yeah. Actually, yeah. Visit my son. Yeah, I haven't seen him in a while. He's working all the time. But yeah, no, I came home, just hanging around. Actually, I went to my neighbor's, sat with him for a little bit, and yeah, I came out the garage. I was smoking. Turned the radio on. I'm like, oh, right. Let's see what's going on. So I just thought, I'm gonna pop in and say hello to everybody on the radio.
Well, I'm glad you did, George, because it's good to hear from you. Like I say, I haven't talked to you for a while, so I think the last time was possibly when I was down your way, and did do that little bow thing for you. So, okay, George, anything else before I pass it down?
Not right now. I'm gonna it's a nice night out, so I'm just gonna hang around until you do 7-3 round, I guess.
Okay, very good. Thanks, George. All right, let's bring in Victor Echo 3, Sierra Mike November. Come on in, Matt, VE3LBI.
Thanks, Larry. Good evening, everyone on net. And George, definitely good to hear you on here. You don't know who I am, but back in the day, it seems like so long ago, but I know it hasn't been. Back in the day of the COVID lockdown net and such, I used to hear you on there before I was able to come on and say hello. So it's good to hear you on the radio, George.
Yeah. Lately, I haven't really been on the radio that much, but trying slowly to get everything set back up out in my garage.
Wow, that's fantastic. Welcome back, I guess you could say. Well, Larry, everything's going good with me. Stayed late again at work today. It's year end, which means more work for everybody. And especially for my wife, who does the warranty claims. She's been going non-stop, and we'll be back there again tomorrow to get everything wrapped up. Lots of fun. And how's things with you, Larry?
Well, it's all good, Matt. Today was grocery day, obviously. We always try to do groceries on Friday. How did you make out with your training sessions?
It all went well. In Brampton, I like to leave early and take the back roads and avoid the highways and the traffic in the morning. So it's a nice drive through Ancaster and Dundas, and then I guess a little bit into Waterdown and Freelton, and then out the back roads through Burlington, and then eventually work my way into Mississauga and then to Brampton. It takes me about an hour and a half, but it's a beautiful country drive, and no traffic until just about right at the end.
My son-in-law is working right dead center downtown Toronto, demoing actually what it is, remember the old, I forgot the name of the bus, used to run Greyhound. There was a Greyhound terminal, dead smack in the center of downtown Toronto. He's actually demoing that, so he's right hard in the heart of it. So he's coming home, he says, well, he does about an hour and a half run, I guess it is, up to get home.
Oh man, yeah, downtown Toronto, and if you're working 8 to 5 or 9 to 5, that trip can be okay once in a while, but if you got to do that every day for a while, man, that gets old real fast.
No, I don't think I'd enjoy that. A lot of people are coming into Hamilton that are working in Toronto, but I think a lot of them now are taking GO trains and buses and stuff, and actually, not driving back into it. So, although it's still quite busy. I know even when I was working in Burlington area, the traffic really started to pick up in later years. Just the amount of people that are moving back and forth across it. So, anyways, anything else, Matt, before I pass it down or see if anybody else is out there?
No, that's all for me, Larry. I'll let you pass it on. It's just nice to be able to come in and say hello to everyone, especially on your net. Which, unfortunately, I end up missing most of the time. I'm glad to be here at least to get in on the tail end of it. I was listening on YouTube for 90% of it, but nice to get checked in. So you have a good one, Larry, and everyone on net, 7-3, and we'll talk soon.
Yep, okay, thanks, Matt. All right, do we have any other check-ins for Friday night? ZOE Ragchew, my call sign, Victor Echo 3, Lima Bravo, India. Come on in.
VA3IMW recheck.
Yeah, go ahead, Bill. Seems our repeater's got a little noisy again. Go ahead, Bill.
Yeah, just a couple of quick comments. We were talking earlier about cable. I haven't had cable since 2007. I think it's just garbage anyway. So that's just another one of my rants against the big tech companies. But I wanted to say that you guys are from VA3GHB. I actually worked him in a couple of new parks up in Northern Ontario. So that was kind of nice today. So I do hear him on quite a bit as well.
Okay, Gary, yes. Yeah, he's quite active up that way. He's got a cottage up in the Halliburton area. He travels up there quite often to the cottage, and he'll pick up all the parks on the way through, and sometimes some new ones up there.
Yeah, well, one of the parks I caught him in today, he says it's very rarely worked, and I think it was, what is it here? Crow River Swamp Conservation Reserve. So he said that was a very rarely worked park, so I was kind of happy again about that one.
Did you work them on 40 or 20?
Both of those were on 40 meters.
Oh, okay, on 40. I didn't catch him on 40. I didn't know he was on there. Mind you, my handler, I don't know if I had it turned on today.
Yeah, those were in the morning. Both of those were late morning contacts.
Gotcha. Okay, I didn't have the radio on at that time. That's probably why I missed him then. But yeah, he's pretty active up there. Well, so is John, actually, a while away. He's pretty active too. But yeah, Gary's always up there doing something, heading to the cottage or back home. I believe he lives in Toronto.
Yeah, I think so. And just one other thing too. So that puts me at 2,170 parks once I get all the ones confirmed from the last day. So looking good.
Oh, excellent. Very good. Yep. Okay. Well, I'm still using that Hunter log. Works quite well. It's obviously still under development. That's the big thing. So he hasn't really put out a firm one, one that's not development. He's always doing something or modifying something. He's got a new release he's going to be putting out, I would think, soon, with some enhancements and some modifications to some of the problems with the old one.
Yeah, I still haven't done anything with it, so I'm not even sure how it works. So I'll have to install it when we watch a YouTube video. I mean, I've got it installed, but I've done nothing with it.
It's a piece of cake to set up. It'll take you like 2 minutes just to set it up. So I can give you a couple of pieces of advice, though, not right now, but I will, about some of the functions don't work, so don't bother doing them. But I can tell you on the basic ones what you need to do.
Okay, Larry, that sounds good. Anyway, carry on.
Yep, okay, Bill, thanks. All right. I was going to ask Chuck. Chuck, I sent you an email, VA3CJZ, VE3LBI. I dropped you an email. Did you happen to get it?
Well, I haven't checked my email in a while there, Larry. We haven't had internet all day, so.
Okay, just it was talking about the LiPo 4 batteries, some of the do's and don'ts about it. We were talking about that, I guess, Thursday night, was it? Yeah, I think it was last night we were talking about a bit about it. And there was some really good information in that article that the guy had written up, or written up anyways for it. So if you get an opportunity, have a browse of it.
Okay, will do.
I think I fired that off to you also, Mac, VA3IMW.
Absolutely, and it confirmed what I already suspected. So I placed an order for a solar charge controller that's compatible with LiPo 4 batteries. They are individual and different, so the charge controller has got to be smart enough to communicate with the battery management system that is built into your LiPo 4 battery. And that way you don't blow anything up and curl up in ashes. That's a bad thing.
Which one did you actually look at, Mac, or which one did you get? Through Amazon, I take it?
Yeah, it's through Amazon. Oh, goodness gracious. It's the EcoWorthy. Yes.
Oh, you went to the EcoWorthy one. Okay, yeah, they're a little pricier, up around $100, I think, aren't they?
No, actually, this is a not too difficult $39 investment.
Oh, through EcoWorthy? Oh, would you send me that information, please?
Can do.
Yeah, I'd appreciate that. I was looking around at a couple of them, so I don't have anything that's compatible. My one unit I have is strictly for lead acid, but I'd be interested in then having a look at one of those too. So yeah, I appreciate it if you send that to me. All right, any other check-ins for Friday night? ZOE Ragchew. My call sign Victor Echo 3, Lima Bravo India. Come on in. Okay, nothing heard. What do we got for time here? All right. Anybody else got anything else they want to talk about or throw on the table before we do a 7-3 round? Bring it in, VE3LBI.
VE3KJ.
Go ahead, Bill.
Well, this is just a bit of local trivia, but as I've been sitting here at the ham radio bench, with all my junk, all west and crooked, piled up everywhere, one of these days I got to get things organized. Anyway, I came across some paperwork, and I had done a printout at one time of the local VHF, UHF nets from the Hamilton Amateur Radio Club. And I just thought it was curious and interesting that they only have one ZOE net listed, the Tuesday night Hamilton Airways net. And at 9 o'clock Tuesdays, that's the only one listed for this repeater. Maybe if somebody's with the club, they can give Barry over there a poke or something and fill them in, because there's a couple more nets than that on this machine.
Are you talking about on the ZOE here?
Yes, sir.
And where did you look for to see these nets? Sorry, I missed that portion. Where were you looking to see that?
At the Hamilton Amateur Radio Club site.
Well, we're not affiliated with the Hamilton Amateur Radio Club.
I know, but the thing is, they list their own nets, they list everybody else's nets. They got the Burlington Amateur Radio Club net, the Procom net. They've got 3 different repeaters there for that. So this is supposed to be, just a little guide to any ham that's in the area that wants to know what he can expect, from, in this area, nets he might want to look out for. So I'm just thinking that, it only would have made sense that they would have included all the ZOE nets.
Okay, do they have any of them in there or none of them?
The only one they got is Tuesday night.
And we don't do a 9 o'clock Tuesday night net.
Did you want to do something about that, Chuck, VA3CJZ? It's up to you.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Bill was just mentioning that apparently, I guess, on the Hamilton Amateur Radio Club webpage, they have all the nets that are listed. And the only net that's listed on the ZOE is for Tuesday night. I know you have a list of the nets that go on throughout the week, weekends also. And did you want to see if it's up to you? I mean, I'm not pressuring or anything, but did you want to maybe pass it on to Barry? See if Barry wants to throw it on the Hamilton Amateur Radio Club website.
Yeah, I could go over what I have there and maybe get in touch with him and see what he says.
Yeah, okay, because Bill just listed off all of the other nets that are actually on there, Burlington nets and stuff like that, that are all actually listed on that page. So it's up to you if you wish to do it. I just thought maybe everybody has a copy of all the nets.
Yeah. I'll when I get a chance, I'll get to it.
Yep, not a rush. Just a thought if you don't mind doing it. All right. Anybody else got anything else before we do a 7-3 round? Bring it in. VE3LBI.
VA3IUK.
VE3IUK. Go ahead, Bill.
Yeah, just very quickly. I think that time is coming soon where we should have something up on Discord regarding the spring get together, because that will come upon us very quickly.
I'm not sure. When is the VA3NCA? Do you know when the actual spring Support Your Park weekend is?
Third weekend of April.
Okay, so we've got over a month away yet before anything. Okay, I wasn't sure. Has anybody said anything about possibly a particular park or parks?
Just preliminary discussions. Potentially Valens might be an option, but looking for some further feedback. There has been some preliminary discussions on a couple of nets, but we should amp it up. Give everybody lots of opportunity to give us feedback.
VA3NCA.
Yep, go ahead, Wade.
VE3LBI, VA3NCA. As Max said, third full weekend of April, which is April 18th and 19th. So we got a little over a month and a half to plan, but I will throw that up in the special activation section in the Discord, and we can start getting some attention on it, I suppose. But yeah, it's good to start planning, but we got time. So yeah, 18th and 19th of April.
Okay, so maybe Mac, if you want, it's up to you again. Give a holler out once in a while and see what people think about parks and locations.
Dit.
Gotcha. Okay. Anything else before we do a 7-3 round? Come on back.
Is Max saying EA?
Oh, come on. Did I really mess it up that bad? It dit is Roger, right? R. No. Anyways, just while I have the mic open, we're also going to recognize VE3CEU checking in from across the pond. Always good to hear Thomas. Well, he's a YouTube check-in tonight.
You just got to get the timing right there. Sounded like a big gap between the E and the dit and the dot it. Dot it.
Okie doke. I have to work on my vocal CW. Thanks for that.
We're all going to be looking like I don't know, aliens talking if we pick this mode of vocalization up.
Oh, there's a TV program I got to recommend to you as well.
Did it.
Okay, anything else, guys, before I do a 7-3 round? All right, nothing heard. VA3CP, VE3LBI, doing a 7-3 round, Dave. Okay, 7-3 everybody, VA3CP. VA3CJZ, VE3LBI, you doing a 7-3 round check?
Yeah, very good, Larry. Good discussion, and everybody have a great rest of the evening. VA3CJZ.
VE3EKJ, VE3LBI, 7-3 round Bill.
Okay, I'm just pawing through all my junk here that I haven't organized. And I just discovered a clothespin, only it's 10 inches high, about 2 inches wide, and on the side it says Michael's Giant Clothespin. The spring in it looks like something from an old, bed, but it's distributed out of Texas. Why does that not surprise me for a gigantic clothespin? Everything's bigger in Texas. Anyway, 73 and good night to everybody. VE3LBI, VE3KJ.
Thanks, Bill. VE3IUK, VE3LBI, 7-3 round Bill.
Nanu. Oops, wrong program. Yep, 7-3, everybody. Have a good evening.
VA3IMW, VE3LBI, 7-3.
Thanks for doing this one, Larry. Certainly appreciate it. And Wade, the new series is called the Copenhagen Test, and it utilizes personal touch CW as a communication method, which cannot be perceived by observers. Kind of interesting. Anyways, all the best to everyone. Enjoy the weekend. Stay warm. And I'll be monitoring this frequency for a little while.
VA3BT, VE3LBI, 7-3 round L.
Yeah, good night there, Larry. Thanks for doing it. Thanks for being there. VA3VT, 7-3.
Get some sleep, Al. Get rested up. All right. VA3NCA, VE3LBI, 7-3 round Wade.
VA3LBI, VA3MCA. Hey, thanks, Mac. I will definitely look that up. It sounds pretty good. And I think that I probably exposed one of my biggest CW weaknesses is, I don't know if this is an identified issue in the DSM or whatever you want to call it, but I seem to have Morris dyslexia, and I'm always confusing A and N, and of course, the da-dit is an N, not a dida. So, anyways, all that said, that's my thing. I keep reversing A's and N's and a couple other characters that have that relationship, but something to work on. Always something to work on. 7-3 there, Larry, and 7-3 all. Good to talk to everybody again on a Friday, and we'll see you down the log. VA3NCA back to net.
VA3NFG, VE3LBI, 7-3 round Steve.
All right, 7-3, everybody, and we'll catch you on the net tomorrow night. VE3LBI, VA3NFG.
VE3GBD, VE3LBI, George, 7-3 round.
VE3LBI, VE3GBD. 7-3 is my friend. Good night.
VE3SMN, VE3LBI, 7-3 round, Matt.
Thanks, Larry. 7-3, everyone on net. I'm glad I could join you tonight. Hopefully we'll try again for the next one. Hope everyone has a good night, and when Sunday rolls around, stay warm. VE3SMN. Have a great night, guys.
Okay, very good. Got a couple here, 3 on the YouTube. VE3CEU, Tom, 7-3 round. Say have a good evening, good weekend. VE3KDT, Noel, have a good weekend. VA3MHB, same thing, Mark, have a good weekend, guys. Thanks for joining in on YouTube. And with that, I'd like to thank everybody again for joining in on the Friday Night ZOE Ragchew. Again, I just write down the call signs and the names. You guys make the net with the conversation. I'd like to thank Terry for the use of the VE3I. Sorry. I'd like to thank Terry for the use of the ZOE repeater. VE3IU quick. Losing it tonight. VE3IUK for the use of the repeater. VE3LBI clear.
Talking too fast, Larry. VA3CP.
Yeah, what's that, Dave?
Says you're talking too fast.
Lost it tonight. Yeah, get out of it. Anyways, Okay, all good. All right, thanks for everybody joining in. I'm going to be clear for a bit. VE3LBI clear.
Go for it. You'll be okay.
Send that off to me, Mac, please.
No worries. Yes, so with that, we're thanking VE3 or Terry. UK? That's not it. That is it. Okay. I think you actually thanked Bill from Dundas for the use of the repeater, but that's all right. Yeah, I can't think of Terry's call sign. Anyways, everybody know who he is, and we're all getting the giggles. 7-3s, one and all. This repeater is now back to normal amateur use, and bidding you all good night.
Yes, and we'd like to thank Terry VE3IQL for the use of the repeater.
I did thank Bill by accident.
Thanks for the use of the repeater, Bill.
Well, you're quite welcome. By the way, I will be around to do the net tomorrow night and most likely Sunday as well.
Don't forget to thank yourself for the use of the repeater.
I'll make sure I do that.
Too funny. All right. Great jest among friends. Looking forward to the weekend. Everybody stay warm. VA3IMW. I'll be clear.
Surely you jest.
And don't call me Shirley.
Very good. I knew someone would come up with that line.
Why are you looking at my jest?
And wait, just remember, what did the bartender say to the horse?
Oh, what did the bartender say to the horse?
What's with the long face?
Yep. Oh, okay. Thanks, Bill. VA3NCA.
Yeah, take care.
V3IUK, V3KJ.
All right, with that, we'll bring the stream to a close. We ended up with a little jovial finish, and we'll be back here tomorrow night at 7 p.m. For the Lake Ontario Radio Club Net. Thanks for everybody's participation. Don't forget to like and subscribe. It helps us all. 7-3s, one and all. That's how we say goodbye.